He could go all the way. He's got one man to beat.
Jace Becker spins, hangs, complete.
Broughton breaks through. It's a race to the end zone. Touchdown, Sioux. The Sioux strike first.
It used to be
On the road! Conquers back on top as Region 8 champions.
That's Ben Henig. Henig with a load of steam, and he bowls over.
One as Blake Bergstrom looks to go. Blake Bergstrom floating in midair for two.
Backdoor cut. Cheryl Hayes off the glass for two. There is Nesham. Wow, look at that shot by Addison Nesham. She's putting on a show. You think her heart is pounding? No way. The Lucid Buffalo Bombers are headed to the state.
Corner, 3 seconds, Simiato. No. Put back, no. The Killdeer Cowboys survive.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by the authority of GameDay Media, LLP, and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without express written consent by GameDay Media, LLP.
GameDay Media, LLP does not own the rights to the background music of this live stream. All rights belong to the music owners. No copyright infringement intended.
Today's GameDay Media broadcast is brought to you by NCC, Tioga Medical Center, The Country Store, St. Luke's Medical Center, O'Theone Boutique, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Haugland Insurance Services, D&L Paraffin, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bravera Bank, Continental Resources, Northwest Therapy Services, Nesset, Tioga Ace Hardware, DA Land LLC, Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, The Bank of Tioga, Tioga Parts Supply, Tegan's Interiors, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Prairie Home Furnishings, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Montreal County Health Center, Brandy Larson Insurance Agency, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, Wham! LLC and Dry Fork Supply, the City of Ray, Lindsay Grocery, Montreal Williams Electric Cooperative, Burke Divide Electric Cooperative, Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, Faith Baptist Church of Kenmare, Ray Farmers Union Elevator, Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, Tioga Pirates Booster Club, The Depot LLC, TNT Measurements Incorporated, Patriot Oilfield Service Incorporated, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated, Skin by Legacy, The Food Barn, Western Education Regional Co-op, North Shore Plaza PTO, Divide County Quarterback Club, Farmers Union Oil Company of Kenmare, Red Rock Chevrolet and GMC of Williston, Investment Center Advisor Group, LPL Financial, Stanley Commercial Club, Modern Dental, Tioga EDC and Chamber of Commerce, Game 1, RTC Networks, Flag Family Media. At Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, your local Case IH dealer, our vision is to be the respected and recognized leader in agricultural and equipment and the employer of choice by helping people succeed. Our mission is to serve agricultural customers and communities by partnering to meet their needs through the sales and support of farm equipment and technology. Visit borderplains.com to check local inventory or stop by at 8141 off Highway 2 in Stanley, your local Case IH dealer.
Hey, welcome in here to Game Day Media. We've got a Division A versus Division B matchup here tonight at Curt Hodenfield Court in Ray, North Dakota. It'll be the home team on the scoreboard, the Ray Jays tonight, hosting the Stanley Blue Jays, just about 50 miles down the road to the east of Ray tonight. And both of these teams, very quality programs for both sides. Of course, the Ray Jays are coached up by Angie Kincaid, and the Stanley Blue Jays are coached up by Nikki Heinley. Welcome into our Border Plains Equipment pregame show. Located right off of Highway 2 in Stanley, North Dakota, your local Case IH dealer. Visit borderplains.com for local inventory and to explore job opportunities. That is the Border Plains Equipment located over in Stanley, North Dakota. My name's Randy Peterson, alongside of our production crew this evening. James Myers running our board ops tonight, as well as Aaron Griffin running our camera, giving you the eyes here at Curt Hodenfield Court in Ray, North Dakota. That said, we're going to take a little bit of a timeout, have some sponsor ads while we head down to the floor, see if we can catch up with the Lindsay Grocery coach's comments with head coach Nikki Heinley, as well as the Ray Jays head coach Angie Kincaid, after we take a few minutes and a timeout. We'll be back after this timeout.
Growing family? The City of Ray has shovel-ready lots available, 12,000 to 20,000 square feet. The lots are free of any special assessments. Right on Highway 2, we offer convenient travel and connections, as well as access to our amazing education system. Your family's future is important to us. Let us help you with that first big step. Contact Rhonda at 701-568-2204 or stop by City Hall at 101 Main Street in Ray. Think of Ray when planning your future. Invest in a community that invests in you.
Kyle Hansen is proud to be a Thrivent financial professional, providing personalized financial guidance to people of all stages of life. Thrivent believes humanity thrives when individuals make the most of what they've been given, and Kyle is here to help you do just that. Larson Boston Agency, your Farmers Union insurance agents located at 106 Main Street North in Crosby, North Dakota, offer multiple lines of insurance, including crop, farm and ranch, home, auto, commercial, and health insurance. Give Chell or Robbie a call today at 701-965-6335.
Lindsay Grocery is proud to be your locally owned and operated hometown store in Crosby, North Dakota. From fresh baked goods and crisp produce to our in-house smoked meats, we've got everything you need close to home. Stop in and experience the convenience and the friendly faces of shopping local again. We are open 7 days a week, and we look forward to serving you. That's Lindsay Grocery. Find us on Facebook for specials and updates.
Hey, welcome back in here to our Border Plains Equipment pregame show, located right there in Stanley, North Dakota, right off Highway 2. Been able to catch up with our Lindsay Grocery coach's comments. Lindsay Grocery, your favorite grocery store up in Crosby, the sponsor of our coach's comments, and Nikki Heinley, the head coach for the Stanley Blue Jays, has given us a few minutes here. Nikki, tell me a little bit about your team and the strength and probably what you need to keep working on.
We got a little bit of both. We're pretty young, but we also have 3 girls that are coming back with a lot of playing time for quite a few years. So a little mix of return starters with a couple girls that are pretty young too. So
I know you've had a few matches, and I know you started out with a win on the season. I'm not sure what you've done since that time, but tell me what you've liked and what you've seen so far with your team.
Really happy with what I've seen so far. We had one season game and then a tournament, and the girls had a great tournament down in Hazen and Beulah, and saw a lot of great things, especially, our younger girls stepping up there. We've quickened up our offense a little bit, so that it's a little bit of a learning curve there. We've had some ups and downs, but so far I like what I see from them. So.
Hey, thanks for the time. We'll let you get back coaching up the team. This is Nikki Heinley, the head coach for the Stanley Blue Jays. We'll send it back to the Tioga Medical Center sports desk. We'll continue on with Angie Kincaid after this timeout.
D&L Paraffin Incorporated is a local family-owned hot oil company that has been in operation since 1981. We work hard to develop good business relationships with the oilfield companies in the Tioga area. While offering services north of Lake Sakakawea, we focus on integrity, hard work, and safety. For all hot oil services, call dispatch at 701-641-3065 or 701-641-6310. And for hiring information, be sure to follow us on Facebook at DL Paraffin.
Looking for a powerful new truck at an unbeatable price? Then check out Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston. Right now, get behind the wheel of a 2026 Chevy Silverado 1500 Crew Cab for just $499 a month. $499 a month. Or take home a GMC Sierra 1500 Crew Cab and save a massive $13,000 off MSRP. These trucks are loaded with performance, comfort, and cutting-edge tech, all at rock-bottom prices. Make your way over for a test drive today. Red Rock Chevrolet GMC in Williston.
Welcome to Stanley. Our local businesses have the home field advantage, a community where tradition meets progress. Discover the charm of our past and the promise of our future, a winning combination. Support local, shop local, and be a part of something special. Take the home field advantage at visitstanley.org and follow us on Facebook. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
At DA Land LLC, our vision is to provide for the community in which we live and operate, providing a full line of skid steer attachments, farm and ranch, equine equipment, and much more. Shop our store in Tioga, North Dakota, or visit us online at daland-llc.com.
Otheon Boutique carries a wide variety of women's clothing as well as permanent jewelry. Shop in downtown Tioga or visit their website at shopotheon.com.
Borgo is a premier implement manufacturer, and Green Ag, a division of Farmers Union Oil Company of Kenmare, is a premier Borgo dealer, receiving top dealer by territory and top service by territory the last several years. Sean Rapp, recognized as top salesman by territory the last 3 years. It's the result of a dedicated staff working hard to ensure customers receive the finest in Borgo drill sales, parts, and service. Green Ag, a division of Farmers Union Oil Company in Kenmare, located in Mohall.
While being the largest leaseholder in the Bakken, Continental Resources believes that we are among the most efficient and cost-effective producers of oil and natural gas on the planet. One of the most effective ways of putting action behind our values is by giving to those communities in which we operate. American Energy is a huge contributor of tax revenue to local, state, and federal governments, an economic catalyst, and a job creator. If you want to work in an environment that encourages teamwork and putting your ideas into action, visit CLR.com to start your new career today. This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Established in 1938, Ray Farmers Union Elevator is now your full-service grain and agronomy service facility in northwest North Dakota. Based in Ray, North Dakota, we can assist you with everything from buying the seed in the spring to burn down in the fall. Get more done in a day with Ray Farmers Union Elevator.
Our paths are rarely clear-cut. You may step out of bounds, or even out on your own. No matter what it looks like, your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Bravera Bank, Insurance and Wealth.
Based in Williston, North Dakota, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated is a veteran-owned and managed company. Busy Bees services include water hauling, hot oil services, capstring flushes, and much more. Busy Bees will approach any job, no matter how large or small, with 100% safety and commitment. We pride ourselves on giving back to the community that has given so much to us. Looking for the perfect career? Consider Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated. Find them at busybeeshotOilInc.com or give them a call at 701-572-9303 today.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by Tegan's Interiors, located on Main Street in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook or find them online at tegansinteriors.com.
Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, family owned and operated since 1986. Offering septic service, portable restrooms and hand wash, sewer jet and camera services. Located in Stanley, North Dakota, call for a free quote at 701-628-2960. Game 1 powers your team, business, and community with athletic apparel, uniforms, company gear, and event apparel. Featuring screen printing, embroidery, and the brands you trust. Game 1, the brand behind your brand. This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by Brandy Larson Insurance of Stanley offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance. For a quote, call 701-628-1414. Your local Farmers Union Insurance agent. Located in Tioga, North Dakota, WHAM LLC and Dry Fork Supply are companies that specialize in gas flow measurement and equipment, along with a fully stocked oil field parts and supply warehouse in the Bakken. Give them a call at 701-664-9425 or stop by today.
Looking for top quality groceries and ready to go meals? Visit The Depot, owned by Julie and Josh Bummer in Crosby, North Dakota. This specialty grocery store offers a wide selection of premium meats, including 100% ranch source beef from the Nelson Livestock Company, essential grocery items, and delicious pre-made meals perfect for any occasion. If you're planning family dinner, need something fast, or need a special order for an upcoming event, The Depot has you covered. Support local and shop The Depot in Crosby today. Find us on Facebook at The Depot LLC.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Since 1952, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake serves Burt County and the surrounding areas with a full suite of financial services. We are committed to being your bank of friendly service. Liberty State Bank, FDIC insured. Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, located at 106 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit tiogadrug.com.
Tioga makes taking care of your family easy with the convenience of finding your dentist, insurance agent, and bank all on the same street, and the luxury of having them all know you by name. And just minutes away, you'll find excellent schools and comprehensive health care. Everything you need to look, feel, and live your best is right here in Tioga.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by Napa Tioga Parts Supply, located at 105 North Main Street in Tioga. Visit napaonline.com.
Hungry? Head to the Food Barn in Powers Lake. Open Monday through Saturday with daily lunch specials, a full breakfast menu, and don't miss Taco Tuesday on the last Tuesday of every month. Try Michael's Alfredo Pasta. It's a local favorite. Come on down to the Food Barn, where good food meets great company.
Hey, and here we come back here to the Lindsay Grocery coach's comments, and Angie Kincaid has been warming up her team, giving a few minutes here. Angie, by the looks of it, and what I've seen just here in the warm-ups, you got a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, we put in a lot of time in the off-season to get things to look as good, and they're looking good right now.
And you know, I have to, you guys are fairly young. I mean, you got some good senior leaders that have been with you for quite a while, providing that leadership. But you fill in those gaps with some younger players too, don't you?
Yeah, we have some big swingers coming up. We have Ada Olson on one of the sides and Brooklyn Ray. They're freshmen and sophomores, so they're going to do some damage for us.
Yeah, what are you expecting tonight out of the Stanley Blue Jays in this Division A, Division B matchup tonight?
I think this is going to be a tough match, not only because they're a bigger school, they got a bigger enrollment, but they want to beat us. It's been, Battle of the Birds.
Battle of the Birds. You heard her first. The Battle of the Birds coming up here on Game Day Media. Thank you for the time, Angie. We'll step aside. We'll go back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk as we continue on with our Border Plains Equipment pregame show after this timeout.
At work, Western Education Regional Cooperative, we believe in collaboration to strengthen education across communities. We provide the tools and training to help you help your students succeed. Work brings learning to life with new opportunities. From teacher training to student success, the Work Center is working for you. We bring cutting-edge training in AI, instructional coaching, school strategic planning, and so much more. Learn more at workcenter.com. Let's go to work.
This Game Day media broadcast is brought to you by
TNT Measurements Incorporated, providing oil and gas allocation meter proving, calibrations, and production facility lac provings. To schedule your proving, contact Derek Thompson at 701-421-1351.
At St. Luke's Medical Center, we care for our community with compassion and excellence. We are proud to be named one of the top 20 critical access hospitals in the nation. You can count on us today and tomorrow. Call now to schedule your next visit.
Have you ever wondered how your internet works? It starts with fiber in the ground.
And local employees who connect that fiber to your home or business.
Our 9,000 miles of fiber keep you connected
to your neighbors and the world,
while keeping your data safe from intrusions, viruses, and malware.
At RTC Networks, we're proud to offer our community the fastest, most reliable fiber optic internet available. Our goal is to keep you connected seamlessly and securely.
And as we come back, it's time for our Red Rock Auto player spotlight tonight. First for the Stanley Blue Jays. The Stanley Blue Jays, Tylee Johnson, a senior tonight, the setter for the Blue Jays, is providing a lot of leadership for the Blue Jays. She has been a volleyball player, I believe, for the last 4 years for the Stanley Blue Jays. Also, a couple other things that you might not know about her. Tylee is Miss North Dakota High School Rodeo Queen. And so besides playing volleyball, she also loves the horses as well. And as we go to the other side of the floor, we take a look at the Ray Jays. Maya Knox is who we're going to try to, she's right over here on the right side. Maya Knox, she's number 7. She's number 7 right over here, guys, on the left side. Number 7, Maya Knox. She was an all-district ball player in basketball last year and has been a very good hitter. I know she had a knee injury a couple of years ago, not playing with a brace anymore. So Maya Knox, looking forward to great things. I know she can hit the ball very hard, as she was a all-district, all-region, and all-region tournament team last year for a volleyball, as well as Brinley Kincaid right down in front of us, number 5 for the Ray Jays, also an all-district, all-region tournament player. She's also all-district from the previous year as well, and she's been an all-district volleyball player 4 times in softball and was all-state last year. She's been part of the Fast Pitch program for 7 years. And this year, along with Abby Olson, they won 5 of the 7 tournaments that they were in, one of those being the state championship and one being a national champion for the Northwest region. And so they're active members of FBLA, and all the players for the Ray Jays are 3-sport athletes, including those that are on the bench. So very well-rounded athletes for the Ray Jays as well as the Stanley Blue Jays. We're going to step aside. We're about 3 minutes away from our Northwest Therapy Services opening serve. And when we come back, we'll continue on here with the Border Plains Equipment pregame show after this timeout.
Do you find yourself driving to the bank each week, writing too many checks each month, paying too many fees? As a business owner, you have a lot to worry about. Don't let banking be one of them. Contact the Bank of Tioga to explore how we can simplify your banking experience and empower your business to reach its full potential. Our team is committed to providing you with seamless banking experience tailored to your business needs. From digital banking solution to personalized support, we are here to help you thrive. The Bank of Tioga banks businesses, and we are here for you. Imagine if you had more time for what really matters. Do more with your money at the Bank of Tioga, member FDIC.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by, located in Tioga, North Dakota, Patriot Oilfield Service Incorporated is a proud supporter of the Tioga Pirates, supporting the Bakken with hot oil and water hauling services. For your service needs, call our dispatch office at 701-664-2016 today.
Modern Dental, with offices in Tioga, is here for all your dental care needs. Doctors Amber Wentz, Eric Melland, and Christian Mellon provide trusted care for the whole family. We're open Monday through Thursday, 8 to 4, and accepting new patients now. Modern Dental, your smile, our priority.
And as we come back, it's time for our Faces in the Crowd, brought to you by Skin by Legacy, based out of Williston and Stanley, North Dakota. You can visit legacyhealthclinic.org/Tioga to schedule an appointment or consult with Sarah in Tioga or Stanley, and serving Stanley on Wednesdays. That's Skin by Legacy, our Faces in the Crowd sponsor here this evening for this Division A, Division B matchup tonight between the Ray Jays and the Stanley Blue Jays. We're about a minute and a half away from our opening serve, and we'll go down onto the floor again as both teams. And so both teams are getting ready for their starting lineups, and we'll have our starting lineups as well, and we'll turn it over to our PA announcer, Joe Hickle, when it's time to have our player introductions and our national anthem. They're waiting for the clock to hit double zeros, I think, before they start. Our officials this evening will be in the chair. It'll be Samantha Vedasa, and on the floor will be Justin Nelson, our floor umpire as well. So it's time now for our national anthem. As we pause to honor the United States of America, we will take time to do that. We'll be back.
At this time, if you would please rise, remove headgear, and salute the flag of our nation for the playing of our national anthem. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ray High School for tonight's matchup between the Stanley Blue Jays and your Ray Jays. First, the starting lineups for our guests on the scoreboard, the Stanley Blue Jays. A junior libero wearing number 10, McKenna Jones. A freshman outside hitter wearing number 3, Danica Hermanson. A junior middle hitter wearing number 4, Brenna Winger. A freshman outside hitter wearing number 6, Chloe Gemtrude. A senior setter wearing number 8, Tylee Johnson. A freshman setter wearing number 11, Macy Copeland. And a junior middle hitter wearing number 16, Annie Royce. The Blue Jays are coached by Nikki Heinley, assisted by Leah Aberly and Jasmine Hulverson. Now the starting lineups on the scoreboard for your home team, the Ray Jays. A sophomore middle hitter wearing number 3, Brooklyn Edwards. A junior setter wearing number 5, Brynlee Kincaid. A senior middle hitter wearing number 7, Maya Knox. Senior libero wearing number 8, Abby Olson. A senior setter wearing number 11, Cadence Sargent. A junior outside hitter wearing number 12, Ava Long. And a senior setter wearing number 20, Aletta Nelson. The Jays are coached by Angie Kincaid, assisted by Mandy Knox and Courtney Olson. Our officials, Samantha Vedasa and Justin Nelson. Line judges, Alater Davis and Keisha Reddig.
Thank you, Joe Hickel, for the introduction. As we look at our Country Store starting lineups there for the Stanley Blue Jays, the Country Store, visit doitbest.com/the Country Store. Order online, pick it up. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it, as we take a look at Stanley, and then we take another look at the Ray Jays here on the Country Store starting lineups tonight. Both of these teams are well coached, and we're looking forward to a great competitive match again. My name is Randy Peterson. Welcome into our broadcast. Thanks for inviting us into your home tonight. If you're watching, if you're on the Combine tonight, welcome in aboard as well. And we appreciate all of you guys that are helping to make this thing on Game Day Media possible. We appreciate all your support. Our Northwest Therapy Services opening serve will be in just a few seconds here, as the visitors on the scoreboard wearing their blue jerseys tonight with black pants and black shorts are the Stanley Blue Jays. They'll have the opening serve tonight, and it'll be our player spotlight, Red Rock GMC Chevy player spotlight player for the Stanley Blue Jays, Tylee Johnson with the first serve, and that one is in. It's an ace. And right off the bat, we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. Found the ace for the first point of the night. As we have a net serve, that ball will go now over to the Ray Jays, and it'll be all tied up as Caden Sargent goes back to the Service Valley Dental Group service line. The southpaw puts the ball in play, back row receive. Now here's a setup to Royce with a little push shot and blocked at the net by Knox, but it goes out of bounds. Last touch on the kill by the front row, and it'll be a point for Stanley as they're out to a 2-1 lead on your NCC scoreboard. NCC located right here in Ray, North Dakota, providing great services to the upper Northwest and now into the Williston area with their recent purchase of Niemont. And they're just a great company to work with. Shot blocked there by the Blue Jays. And now up front, here's Brynlee Kincaid, go back road. Gemtrude digs that one out. And up front, it is Hermanson bringing it across. Ava Long goes along the net. Good rally here as Royce pushes it across, picked up there by Nelson. Now over, it's Ava Long, blocked at the net, and that's another point on the board for the Stanley Blue Jays. Want to welcome in our visitors and viewers and listeners here on KTGO 1090 AM and 92.7 FM. You can find us on our YouTube channel at youtube.gamedaymedia.gamedaymedia.nd. And there's another point for the Stanley Blue Jays. And so they're out to a quick 4-1 lead here in the opening set.
as number 6, Chloe Gemtrude, the freshman, goes back to the Service Valley Dental Group service line. You can also find us on our Facebook page at GameDay Media, where we post different items throughout the week, including our schedules, including our players of the game, including our players of the week, and so much more. Visit us and subscribe at no cost. You can also subscribe to our GameDay Media channel at GameDay Media ND on our YouTube channel at no cost. Enable all those notifications. Every once in a while, we'd appreciate if all of our viewers would give us a thumbs up throughout the broadcast. We'd appreciate that very much. There is a jump serve that is too deep, and that's a point for the Ray Jays. So it's 6-2 now as Ray gets the serve back. It'll be Brinley Kincaid. Brinley, one of those players that we had a spotlight on, featured by Red Rock Auto, GMC Chevy. And there is a kill by Royce. And Royce, with authority, puts another point on the board for the Stanley Blue Jays. And now she goes back to serve for the Stanley Blue Jays as Annie Royce wears number 16, only a junior. And that hard serve dug out there by Abby Olson, but nobody there on the second hit as Olson got it in the air, but nobody went to the ball. And another point for the Stanley Blue Jays. 8-2. As Royce puts another one down, Abby Olson digs it out. Now it's going to be brought across by Ava Long, and she goes backwards, and that'll be a point for the Stanley Blue Jays as the ball caromed off and ricocheted off the Stanley Blue Jays. So it'll stay and go over to the Ray Jays, now trailing by 5, 8-3 on your NCC scoreboard. It's Maya Knox at the Service Valley Dental Group service line. Dug out by Jones, now up front. There's a hit there by number 3 and a kill by Danny Hermanson for the point. 9-3, the Stanley Blue Jays in the Battle of the Birds, according to Angie Kincaid. Kind of like that one. Battle of the Birds. It's the Blue Jays getting the best of the Ray Jays right now. They're up by 6. Brought across by the Jays. Now up front, here's Hermanson again with the hard hit. Goes back row. Olson there for the Jays as Long brings it across. No trouble for the Jays catching up with that one. And now it's brought across there with the free ball. Now up front, here's Brooklyn Edwards with the kill as we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay from the middle. Brooklyn gets a nice set and is able to pound that one home for the point for the Ray Jays. 9-4 on your NCC scoreboard. The Jays with the serve, trailing by 5. Here's a quick set. And now we're going to be called in the net by the Stanley Blue Jays as number 4 is whistled. That's Brenna Winger getting called in the net, and she was a little bit guilty. So 9-5 now is your score. So the last 3 points have gone to the Ray Jays. And here's a set by Aletta Nelson. Jones digs that one out, sent to the front row. It's going to be bumped across by the Blue Jays. And now a chance to set up on the outside. There's a kill off the arms up into the rafters. And that is number 6 with the big kill. Ada Olson, a freshman, putting a whooping on that ball. And it's 9-6. Ava Long goes outside the boundary line. So that is a service error and a point going to the Stanley Blue Jays. 10-6 as we have a substitution first of the game. It's Carly Gemtrude checking in for number 6, her sister, Chloe Gemtrude. Carly is a junior, Chloe is a freshman. Back to serve is Danny Hermanson, another freshman for this young, youthful Stanley Blue Jay team. And there's an ace. Take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay ace by Hermanson. She gets a lot of force behind it, and the Ray Jays can't handle it as we come back to live action. Hermanson again with the jump serve, goes back row, and that's another ace for Hermanson. 12-6 as the Stanley Blue Jays have doubled up the Ray Jays here in the opening set. It's a best of 5 match between these two teams. And there is another misplay from the back row for the for the Ray Jays. We have a timeout on the floor. We'll take one as well. We're going to send it back to our Tioga Medical Center sports desk. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Nesset is here to provide services to the oil and gas industry. We have a fabulous, fabulous geologic jackpot right here in North Dakota. And what we are doing is providing and developing this resource to be used for years, decades, and generations to come. I look forward to a great future right here in Tioga, North Dakota.
As we come back live here to Curt Hodenfield Court, gives us a chance to thank the Tioga Pirates Booster Club supporting Game Day Media, also supporting the Tioga Pirates, the Williams County Firestorm, and so much more over there for the Tioga Pirates Booster Club. Up front, here is Caden Sargent trying to put it in from the left corner. That is a little bit too deep, and it is 14-6. As Hermanson continues to serve for Stanley. Long red-headed ponytail. And up front, there is Brindley Kincaid finding it for our first RTC Networks instant replay for the kill by Brindley Kincaid, putting that point down for the Ray Jays. It's 14-7 as Aletta Nelson goes back to serve for the Jays. Quick set over to Winger. Brought across, and Jones got her arm on it, but it goes off of her arms and out of bounds. It'll be a point for Ray. It cuts the lead down to 6, 14-8 on your NCC scoreboard. Nelson continues to serve for the Jays. Here's a set over to the corner. Back row picked up there by Long. Now it's Kincaid going with it off the chest of Hermanson. Brought across by the Blue Jays. Now here's Nelson with the back set to Sargent, and Sargent puts it down for a RTC Networks worthy instant replay. As we take a look at that back set to Caden Sargent. Sargent finding the point on the Stanley side. 14-9 now as Nelson continues to serve. And that'll be an ace for Aletta Nelson off the arms of the back row McKenna Jones, as the ball goes into the cafeteria and it comes back out, and it's 14-10. After one set over in Tioga, another game that's being played right here on Game Day Media, short serve. The Tioga Pirates took set number 1 against the Divide County Maroons over at the Ship in Tioga. Quick set, Winger tries to get it going, and it goes off of her arms, and last touch by the Stanley Blue Jays. And right now, the momentum shift is in place here for the Ray Jays as Aletta Nelson has strung together 4 straight points from the Souris Valley Dental Group free throw line, and that one's an ace as it hits the line. As we take a look at that RTC Networks instant replay, hits the line right on the corner, called in by the line judge. And it's 14-12 as Nelson continues to serve for the Ray Jays here in set number 1. Quick set, Winger picked up there by Long. Now Sargent tries to pound the ball home. Jones catches up with it, brought across by the Blue Jays. Now here's another set to the middle, and that's kill attempt by Brooklyn Edwards is too deep. And so that stops the scoring streak for the Ray Jays as the Blue Jays get the serve back, leading by 3. Pirates winning the first set over there, 25-23. You can also find that game on our Game Day channel as well. David Peterson with the broadcast over in Tioga tonight. Hey, and there's another point as Brindley Kincaid goes along the net for a drop point for the for the Ray Jays. And it's 15-13. You might notice that North Dakota score feed ticker at the bottom of your screen, the North Dakota score feed app. We'd encourage you to download that free North Dakota score feed app and stay in tune with all the scores throughout the state of North Dakota for football, volleyball, girls, boys basketball. I think they throw in some hockey there as well. And just a great little app that we use all the time here on Game Day Media. That's the North Dakota Score Feed app. That one is out, and we're all tied up at 15-15. So at one time, the lead was 7 by, or actually it was 8, 14-6. And now it's all tied up at 15 apiece. There's a block at the net, double hit there by the lift of the Ray Jays, and the Stanley Blue Jays take home that point as we have a substitution. Tylee Johnson will check in, and she comes in for number 2, Taya Nematello. Tylee Johnson wearing the mint green shoes puts the ball in play from the Service Valley Dental Group free throw line. Up front, here's Maya Knox. Knox with Hermanson able to get that one dug up and sent to the front row. Here's a set over to Brindley Kincaid, tries to drive it home, dug out by Jones. Nelson sets the ball again. Up front, here's Maya Knox with a little doink, and that's good enough for a point for the Ray Jays. 16-16, we're all tied up here. Another sub coming in as number 1, Avery Larson checks in for Caden Sargent for head coach Angie Kincaid and the Ray Jays. We're all tied up on your NCC scoreboard at 16 apiece. Larson puts the ball in play. The floater comes across. A set over on the outside, and that'll be 4 hits for the Stanley Blue Jays as the Ray Jays take their first lead of the night at 17-16 here in set number 1, battling back. There is an ace. Take a look at that RTC Networks instant replay again. Now we have another timeout on the floor. We're going to take one as well. We'll send it back to our Tioga Medical Center sports desk for a quick 30-second break. A word from our sponsors.
Play your cards right and shop the savings and selection at Prairie Home Furnishings in Stanley. Browse a wide selection of furnishings for every room in your home. The latest styles and trends and comfortable quality furniture. And it's all at reasonable prices. Plus, they have a great selection of flooring and bedding as well. High quality and reasonable prices make Prairie Home Furnishings the place to make your house a home.
Make sure to shop at Prairie Home Furnishings. We deliver everything your home deserves.
And as we bring it back here to Curt Hodenfield Court, gives us a chance to thank the North Shore Plaza PTO. Let's go Wildcats, another new sponsor on Game Day Media coming in from the North Shore Plaza area to help put on broadcasts for you to enjoy tonight. Also, the Divide County Quarterbacks Club helping us, another live read sponsor here on Game Day Media, thanking them. As that ball is in for the Stanley Blue Jays, just hits the line, and Stanley climbs to within 1, down now 18-17 as they get the serve back. And we have another substitution as number 6, Chloe Gemtrude, comes in to serve, replacing number 5, Carly Gemtrude. And so the freshman comes in to serve from the Service Valley Dental Group service line. The jump serve comes across, knuckle comes across. Up front, Ava Long tries to get it past Gemtrude, can't do it. She's going to have to push it over, and she does. Now Nelson sets to the middle, Knox with the drive home, and there is another point. And we take a look at that again on our RTC Networks instant replay. Maya Knox with a lot of strength. Another substitution coming in for the Ray Jays. Number 6, Ada Olson, coming in as Kincaid goes back to serve with the 2-point lead, 19-17. Olson there for the Ray Jays, digs it out. Here's Knox, and Knox's kill attempt is too deep, and that point goes to Stanley. NCC scoreboard, it's the Ray Jays 19 and the Stanley Blue Jays 18 as Annie Royce, the junior, goes back to serve for Stanley. Ava Long punches it across, blocked by Winger in the middle. Now here's Olson getting blocked, or Long, getting blocked, and that's a block point for Stanley as they tie things up at 19-19. This has been back and forth all night long. The Stanley Blue Jays crept out to a nice 6-point lead here earlier in the set, and now we're all tied up at 19 apiece as A miss hit by Maya Knox gives the lead to the Stanley Blue Jays at 20-19. Royce continues to serve. A hard serve hits the line, and that is an ace. 21-19 now, the 2-point lead. And Stanley only 4 points away from capturing set number 1. Another serve goes back to that right corner. Now up front here is a block point, 22-19. And we have another timeout on the floor. We're going to take another one as well as we take another look at one of our instant replays here. As Knox able to put that point home. 22-19, we'll be back after this timeout.
Skin by Legacy Tioga opened doors February 2024. Skin by Legacy is a branch of the Minot location Legacy Health Clinic. Our goal is to bring big city conveniences to the rural and surrounding communities. We offer a number of aesthetic services and more. Skin by Legacy Tioga is open Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can find our link to book by Googling Skin by Legacy, by Facebook or Instagram, where you could book at either location. A healthier you starts here. Now accepting new patients.
As we bring it back, it gives us a chance to thank the Faith Baptist Church located over in Kenmare, North Dakota. Pastor Mike Frontfelter inviting you to Sunday school at 9:45, worship service at 11 o'clock, 22-19. As we're underway again, as Maya Knox goes back row, ball up near in the rafters, brought across there by number 11, Macy Copeland. But now here is the Blue Jays with a quick hit. That is Brenna Winger with a strong hit and kills. We take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay again. Brenna Winger getting a nice set off the arms of the Ray Jays for the point for the Stanley Blue Jays. 23-19. Annie Royce has put together a good service line rotation as just barely clearing the net. And now up front, here's a kill, and that's another point for number 3, Danica Hermanson, and it is set point for the Stanley Blue Jays as they're up by 5. No room for error for the Ray Jays. And there is got a little bit too much on that one, and that's too deep on the serve. 24-20 as the serve goes back over to Ray. And it is Maya Knox with the jump serve, goes back row. Here's a set from the back row. Gemtrudes brings it across. Reset, and now here's a kill attempt, and that's too deep. Your final score, it is 25-20 as the Ray Jays take set number 1 of this best-of-5 match. We'll step aside. We'll come back after this timeout with more action in set number 2. You're watching Game Day Media.
Located in Crosby, North Dakota, Brad Johnson Insurance has been helping clients find insurance coverage since 1986. Our team is passionate about serving the community in which we live and pride ourselves on getting to know our clients to best serve their needs. Our staff is active in the public and strives to better our community through participation, involvement, and by supporting area events and youth programs. For a quote, visit bradjohnsoninsurance.com or call 701-965-4200 today.
As your local Touchstone Energy Cooperative, we wear many hats. We take pride in serving our members and our community by going the extra mile in everything we do. Because we not only work here, we live here.
Brought to you by your local Touchstone Energy Cooperatives.
At Tioga Ace Hardware, our store is a member of the largest retailer-owned hardware cooperative in the industry. We are all committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. As the helpful hardware folks in your community, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Shop the biggest brand.
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provides speech therapy in our clinics as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit nwtherapyservices.com or call 701-568-8255.
As we bring it back, our Bank of Tioga set recap. The Stanley Blue Jays jumping out to a quick lead at the beginning part of the set. The Ray Jays battled back, but ultimately it was a 5-point win by the Stanley Blue Jays in set number 1, 25-20, as our Northwest Therapy Services first opening serve of set number 2 will go to the Ray Jays. Another score called in on that North Dakota score feed at the Divide County Maroons take set number 2, 25-20, to even up that match, 1 set apiece, as Abby Olson on our Northwest Therapy Services opening serve of set number 2 is in, as Royce hits it out of bounds, and the first point of set number 2 goes to the Ray Jays. Again, we want to welcome in our listeners on KTGO 1090 AM and 92.7 FM as another point put down by the Ray Jays. 92.7 FM, KTGO, your source for conservative talk show radio and partners with GameDay Media. Caden Sargent goes along the net. Sargent playing a good front row, keeps the ball alive, and now it's the Blue Jays. Gemtrude unable to bring it across as the Ray Jays jump out to a quick 3-0 lead here in set number 2. And there is a ball over the head that is hit by Copeland over the head, and it's 4-0. The Ray Jays with the lead. Quick set, there is Annie Royce putting that one home and driving it home for the Stanley Blue Jays. See if we can catch the back end of that. Yeah, as Annie Royce with the kill from the middle for Stanley. 4-1 now on your NCC scoreboard. The Blue Jays with their first chance to serve here in set number 2. Letta Nelson with the free ball brings it across and finds that opening. 5-1 now for the Ray Jays. Brought along the net as the Ray Jays unable to catch up with it, and it is 5-2 as we have a substitution. Emma Jones checks out. Brenna Winger will check in for the Blue Jays to play front row. Now Royce serving, goes back row, and that one's just a little bit too deep. And that's another point for the Ray Jays at 6-2. Substitution as Aletta Nelson will check out for the Jays, and Ada Olson will check in for Ray. Brinley Kincaid with the serve. A diving Jones keeps it alive. Winger brings it across. And there is another replay worthy of an RTC Networks instant replay. Another sub coming in is Taya Nimatello checking in for the Stanley Blue Jays. As the score is 6-3. Back set to Maya Knox up front as the Stanley Blue Jays are called in the net. So it's 7-3 as Hermanson couldn't control the momentum and got whistled of going into the net. 4-point lead for the Ray Jays on your NCC scoreboard. And there is a serve that clips the net. Kept alive by the Blue Jays as Long bumps it across. Quick set to the back. Nimatello brought it across. Now Jones set by Copeland on the outside. Hermanson tries to drive it home. Good rally here as Long will try to pound that one home, and that one is too deep for the Ray Jays. 7-4. As we have another sub coming in for Stanley, it's going to be number 5 coming in, Carly Gemtrude. Abby Olson checking in for head coach Angie Kincaid as well. And there's an ace by Danny Hermanson. And it's 7-5. The Blue Jays climb within 2. Winger just gets it over. Now Long, blocked at the net by Nematello, goes back row. Jones there for the Blue Jays. On the outside, a big swing by the Blue Jays. Gemtrude as Long brings this one across, picked up by Hermanson. Now on the outside, it is going to be Nematello, and Nematello's spike attempt is too deep. 8-5 as the point goes to the Ray Jays. Now another point for Stanley. 8-6. As Brenna Winger goes back to serve. Trailing by 2. Another jump serve for the Stanley Blue Jays. Long bumps it across for Ray. Blocked at the net. Dug out there. Unable to dig it out is Stanley Blue Jays. As the Jays claim another point, it is 9-6. Net serve by Ada Olson as she comes up out of the game, out of the match, and Aletta Nelson will check in. Goes to the setter's position for the Ray Jays. And also it's going to be Tylee Johnson checking in for Taya Nematello for Stanley. Stanley trails by 2, 9-7 on your NCC scoreboard. As Brindley Kincaid brings it across. Jones gets it back in play onto the Ray side. Here's Aletta Nelson with Brindley Kincaid trying to drive that ball home. Back set to Sargent, unable to set up for the kill. And it's going to be Annie Royce just doinking it over. And now it's going to be a point as the Ray Jays, number 3, Brooklyn Edwards, called in the net. And it is 9-8. The last 2 points have gone to Stanley as Tylee Johnson continues to serve. Brooklyn Edwards blocked to the net for the block point. Annie Royce with that block. We're all tied up at 9-9 here in set number 2. We thought this would be a very competitive match, and it's turning out to be just so. There's kind of a miss hit there by Caden Sargent, and the Stanley Blue Jays have taken their first lead of the night at 10-9 here in the second set. Floater comes across. Brindley Kincaid unable to bring it across, and it's 11-9. Timeout on the floor. We're going to take a timeout as well. Ray Jays' Angie Kincaid wants to talk about it. We'll go back to one of our sponsors that make this all possible. You're watching Game Day Media.
At Tioga Ace Hardware, our store is a member of the largest retailer-owned hardware cooperative in the industry. We are all committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. As the helpful hardware folks in your community, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Shop the biggest brands all under one roof at 119 North Main Street in Tioga, or shop online at acehardware.com.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
Brian and Eric Johnson with Investors Advisor Group at LPL Financial are here to ensure the success of our clients. We can help you meet your financial goals. Give us a call at 572-3246 to arrange an appointment today. As we come back, the Blue Jays take the point out of the timeout. It's 12-9 here in set number 2. Serve receive, back set to Edwards. She bumps it across with the free ball. Stanley sets up the push by Copeland. Brought it across, and now it's up front with the kill by, I believe it's Brindley Kincaid over there as we take a look at that RTC Networks instant replay. Set up from the left side, just inside the line for a 12-10 lead for Stanley, but the Ray Jays get the serve back as Edwards goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. Blocked at the net, and we take a point there by Maya Knox, and it's 12-11. Just out of the reach of Brooklyn Edwards, and another point goes to Stanley as she finds the corner. So 13-11 on your NCC scoreboard as Gemtrude serves for the Blue Jays. Sargent takes a big swing at it. We take a look at that RTC Networks instant replay. Point on the board. Lead cut down to 1. Avery Larson checks in for the Ray Jays. As that time the Ray Jays kind of miss-hit on it, and it's 14-12. Back set to Maya Knox. She goes with the hit attempt, tries to hit that back line, but it's a little too deep. And Annie Royce, the junior, who really got the momentum swung back to Stanley in the first set, comes in to serve again for Stanley. Just doinked across there by the Blue Jays. Maya Knox on the free ball. Here's going to be a back set to Winger. Winger tries to split the defense. The Ray Jays are able to get it up and now brought it across. Good play there by Ray, and Winger tries to go with the free ball again. Back row, Brindley Kincaid unable to get it across, and it's 16-12. 4-point lead, the biggest lead of the set for Stanley here in set number 2. Long goes, and they say that's a tip out of bounds. That point will go to the Ray Jays. 16-13 as Ada Olson will check in for the Ray Jays, replacing Aletta Nelson. And Brindley Kincaid goes back to serve for Ray as the knuckleball comes across. Brought across by Winger, digging it off the net. Here's a back set to Olson, and Olson's big swing with the left arm is too deep. And it's another point for Stanley. 17-13. Substitution as Taya Nematello will check in for Tylee Johnson to play the front row, with the Blue Jays holding a 4-point lead. Long with the big swing off the arms of Winger. Last touch by the Blue Jays, and it's 17-14. As Brooklyn Edwards checks in for Abby Olson. And Maya Knox goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. Copeland sets up Winger, and Winger slaps it into the net. 17-15 on your NCC scoreboard here at Curt Hodenfield Court in Ray, North Dakota. If you're just joining us, the Stanley Blue Jays took set number 1, 25-20. We're in the second set with the Stanley Blue Jays getting a point as the ball goes out of bounds, 18-15. Another sub for the Blue Jays as Carly Gemtrude will check in for Chloe Gemtrude. And the Blue Jays hold a 3-point advantage as Danny Hermanson puts the ball in play. And there's a miscommunication for the Ray Jays. And now it's a 4-point lead for the Blue Jays here in the Battle of the Birds. As Angie Kincaid said in our Lindsay Grocery coach's comments. And there's another one. And right now we have a timeout on the floor. We're going to take one as well. 20-15, a 5-point lead. You're watching Game Day Media. We'll be back after this timeout.
Located in Powers Lake, North Dakota, the Country Store has what you need. From hardware to everyday essentials, including FR clothing, power tools, and even embroidery and screen printing. You can find most everything at the Country Store. There's always a friendly face willing to help you find what you need at the Country Store. Jared and Brenda invite you to visit them on Main Street in Powers Lake. The Country Store has been in business for almost 50 years. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. Give us a call at 701-464-5434 today.
As we come out of the timeout, brought to you by Nesset Consulting. Nesset, located in Tioga, North Dakota. Talk to them about their custom business packages. Now hiring. Visit NessetConsulting.com. The Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club helping to support Game Day Media as Hermanson puts another point on the board for the Stanley Blue Jays with the ace serve. 6-point lead. The Blue Jays need 4 to capture set number 2 to take a commanding 2-0 lead. Back set to Ada Olsen. Now here's Copeland. Goes over to Niematello with the free ball. Now it's brought up. Ava Long tries to put it down, and that one's too deep. 22-15. As Danny Hermanson has really provided a spark here for the Blue Jays from that Souris Valley Dental Group service line. Another one in there, goes off the arms of Kincaid. Hermanson digs that one out. Kept alive by Copeland, now brought across. Now here is Edwards with the big hit. And Edwards puts it down for the point for the Ray Jays as we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. Edwards able to pound that ball home out of the outstretched arms of the Stanley Blue Jays. It's 22-16 as Ava Long now serves for the Ray Jays, trailing by 6. As the Ray Jays are going to get that point, as the Blue Jays were able to keep it alive, but not enough. As the ball goes out of bounds, last touch by Stanley. Jones digs that out. Here's a set, pounded down. That's off the arms of Ava Long, and it's 23-17. Blue Jays need 2 points. Brenna Winger will go back to the service line to see if she can find 2 for the Blue Jays. They're up by 6, 23-17. Winger's first serve. Dug out there by Ray, and now brought across by Niematello. Nobody home for the Ray Jays, and it's going to be set point for Stanley here in set number 2 as they lead 24-17. Brenna Winger serving for the set for Stanley. Comes across. Abby Olsen digs it out as Brooklyn Edwards brings it across as Hermanson sends it. Now over her, and there is the winning point. As we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay, point number 25 finds the floor on the Rays side. Your final score in set number 2. Stanley wins 25-17. We'll come back for set number 3. After this timeout, you're watching Game Day Media.
For the healthcare services you need and expertise you can trust, it's right here at home with Tioga Medical Center. You're important to us, and so is your well-being. From primary and specialty care to surgical services, we're committed to caring for you at every stage of life. There's no place like home with trusted, familiar faces.
You can trust me. You can trust us. You can trust Tioga Medical Center.
Trusted healthcare here at home.
At Souris Valley Dental Group, we've been using modern treatment techniques and products to help families smile since 1968. Voted as the #1 dentist in Minot, our team of expert dentists combine their unique areas of expertise and their experiences to create treatment plans that help each individual patient meet their goals. Contact our dental office at 701-419-8900 or visit surusvalleydental.com to schedule an appointment today. You can count on us to keep your family grinning from ear to ear for many years to come.
Voted a top 20 critical access hospital in quality, our trauma center is ready to handle all your emergency needs with our acute stroke ready certification and full lab and radiology department. Our physical, occupational, speech therapy providers are available for all your rehab care, and our family practice clinic provides a variety of care including well child and child immunization. Psychiatric care is available by telehealth, and mental health is available in person. Schedule an appointment by calling us at 701-628-2505 and find us on our website at stanleyhealth.org. Montreal County Medical Center, here to help you throughout a lifetime.
At Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, your local Case IH dealer, our vision is to be the respected and recognized leader in agricultural and equipment and the employer of choice by helping people succeed. Our mission is to serve agricultural customers and communities by partnering to meet their needs through the sales and support of farm equipment and technology. Visit borderplains.com to check local inventory or stop by at 8141 off Highway 2 in Stanley, your local Case IH dealer.
As we come back, the Bank of Tioga set number 2 recap, as the Stanley Blue Jays were down early in set number 2 but battled back to claim set number 2, 25-17, as we take a look at our North Shore Plaza PTO. Let's go Wildcats, one of our new sponsors here on Game Day Media. Also the Divide County Quarterback Club, a new live read sponsor up there in Crosby, North Dakota. That's the Divide County Quarterback Club. As well as Faith Baptist Church, been with us now for 2 years, I believe. Faith Baptist Church with Sunday school at 9:45, worship service at 11 o'clock. As our Northwest Therapy Services opening serve of set number 3 will go to Stanley as Tylee Johnson puts the ball in play. Stanley looking for the sweep. Brought across by Gemtrude, and Gemtrude finds the first point in the Ray defense, and they're out quick 1-0. Tylee Johnson puts the ball in play again as Maya Knox picks up the ball. Kept alive there by Hermanson. The Blue Jays get it across. Good hustle there by Stanley. Sargent, and there's Jones, and it's kept alive, played at the net. We're back and forth here as Hermanson runs down the loose ball. Royce gets it across. Maya Knox with the little push shot, and that one is no good. But what a great rally. Good hustle by the Stanley Blue Jays, claiming the second point of set number 2 to take a 2-0 lead. They lead 2-0 with the set wins of 25-20 and 25-17. Tylee Johnson now goes, and there is a miss hit, and it's 3-0. Right now, Ray J is a little bit out of sync as Tylee continues to serve. Tylee Johnson, if you're just joining us, was crowned the Miss North Dakota High School Rodeo Queen. So, and there's another miss hit by the Ray Jays, and it's 4-0. So Tylee from the Souris Valley Dental Group service line, scoring the first 4 points for Stanley. Knox swats it across. Royce with a little doink shot, picked up there by Olson. Now Kincaid goes back row with her hit. She's short, but she plays above the net. I like the way that Brindley plays. Gemtrude goes cross court, but Olson there for the Jays. Brought across by Aletta Nelson. There's a miss hit by Stanley as Annie Royce kind of got out of sync with the short set. And that first point comes for the Ray Jays. They trail by 3, 4-1. on your NCC scoreboard. Sargent back to serve for Ray. A hard serve by the southpaw. Sargent comes across. And there's a miss hit on the ball out of bounds, last touch by Ray. 5-1 as Caden Sargent comes out of the game for Ray. Ava Long will check in to play back row as number 6, Chloe Gemtrude, serves for the Stanley Blue Jays, and she serves it into the net. 5-2 on your NCC scoreboard. Five to 2, 5-3 now. Brindley Kincaid serves for the Jays. Back set to Copeland. She goes back row with it now up front to Ada Olson. As hard hitting by both teams here. Ray Jays keeping it alive as Jones sends it across. Stanley Blue Jays backing each other up, doing a great job. Up front here is Avery Larson, and Larson puts it down for the point for the Ray Jays, and the Ray Jays climb within one. As we take a look at that, RTC Network's instant replay just finds the opening on the Stanley Blue Jays floor. Brindley Kincaid serves it across. Jones runs it down, brought across there by Royce. Pushed across by Maya Knox. Here's a set, and it's going to be off the arms of Avery Larson. Larson wants it back and puts it down for the kill. Avery Larson ties it up at 5 apiece from the left corner, off the arms of the Ray Jays on your RTC Network's instant replay. Ties this set up at 5-5. Royce brings it across. Ray Jays playing more aggressive. Up front to Maya Knox, and Knox is too deep on that last hit, and that point put on the board for the Stanley Blue Jays. As number 1, Hannah Warda checks in for her first action here in set number 3 of this best-of-5 match. Comes in to serve and does a nice job at it, getting across. Brought across by Ray. Hermanson pounds the ball. It's off the arms of the Ray Jays. And it's another point on the board for Stanley, 7-5. Seven to 5. Knox unable to catch up with that one. So it goes off of her arms. Larson tried her best to keep it alive with the dive for the ball, but just couldn't get under it. And it's 8-5. The Blue Jays lead by 3. They also lead 2-0 in this best-of-5 match. Here's Olson, and that one is got a little mustard on it from Ada Olson, but it's too deep, and another point for the Stanley Blue Jays as number 13 for Ray comes in. That's Kylie Healy, seeing her first action tonight. Up front, Maya Knox gets blocked at the net as Maya puts a point on the board for the Ray Jays. We take a look at that RTC Networks. Back set to Maya, pounds it hard. Ball lands on the Stanley side. 9-6 as Knox goes back to serve. Brought across by Hermanson. Now a set to the middle. Edwards finds the line on the point for Ray Jays. Maya Knox will continue to serve. 9-7. The Ray Jays trail. Maroons leading 2-1 as they take set number 3, 25-22 on our other live stream over in Tioga. David Peterson on the call over there. 9-8. As we've had a couple of good matches both here in Ray and in Tioga tonight. And there is an ace by Maya Knox, and we're all tied up at 9-9. A couple years ago when Maya was a sophomore, suffered an ACL knee injury, battled through that, got it repaired, was named All-District, I believe, a year ago. All-Region and All-Region tournament team last year. Has another point put on the board, this time for the Ray Jays, and the Jays take their first lead of set number 3 at 10-9. Maya continues to serve. Gemtrude with the free ball brings it across. Here's a set backwards, blocked at the net. Good job there by Brenna Winger as we take a look at that block point by Winger at the net. Going high, putting it down on the Rays side of the floor, tying this set number 3 up at 10 apiece. Copeland serves for Stanley. Tiley. And there is a big swing by the Ray Jays, and another point as the Jays take the lead by 1 here in set number 3. Ava Long will check out for the Jays. Replacing her is Caden Sargent. Sargent, a very strong front row player. Larson puts the ball in play with the 1-point lead as there is the Stanley Blue Jays unable to catch up with it, and it's going to be a 2-point lead for Stanley, 12-10 on your NCC scoreboard. Big hit there, block tipped at the net as that ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by the Ray Jays, and it's 12-11. Danny Hermanson goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. Jump serve, puts the ball in play. Here's Sargent, blocked at the net, but the ball lands on the Stanley side of the court. Point on the board for Ray, 13-11. Aletta Nelson will now check in for number 13, Kylie Healy, as Aletta goes back to the service line with a 2-point lead. There's a well-placed hit there by number 6, Chloe Gemtrude, and that point goes to Stanley. Again, a lot of substituting here tonight as Annie Royce comes into play front row, replacing Hannah Warda. Brenna Winger with the jump serve brings it across, and the ball goes to the net. Nelson unable to get it off the net cleanly, and we're all tied up 13-13. Addie Olson digs out that serve. Look at that hit by Brinley Kincaid from the left side. We take a look at that. RTC Network's instant replay. Brinley pounds the ball home for the point. McKenna Jones will check in for Stanley as Abby Olson comes in for the Ray Jays. Ray with a 1-point lead, 14-13 on your NCC scoreboard here in set number 3. There's a block kept alive, but the ball is going to go out of bounds. Last touch by the Ray Jays, but a great effort there by Ray trying to keep that ball alive, but we're all tied up 14-14. Divide County on our other stream over in Tioga taking a 2-1 lead with a third set victory, 25-22, as that point goes to Stanley. So the Maroons leading 2-1 down in Tioga. So they head to set number 4. To the corner, Caden Sargent finds the back corner, and we're all tied up at 15. It'll be Ava Long checking in for head coach Angie Kincaid. replacing Caden Sargent. We're all knotted up at 15 apiece as this set has gone back and forth, back and forth. As Ava Long with a net serve gives the point to Stanley. Stanley up by 1, 16-15. Gemtrude with the jump serve. On the outside, pushed across by Larson. And Larson with just enough on it to put the ball home for Ray, and another point as we're tied up at 16-16. As Healy checks in again for Aletta Nelson to play front row. Brindley Kincaid at the service line for Ray, and that is an ace. Can't find him much better than that. 17-16. That ace serve by Brindley Kincaid. Back at live action now here again. Up front here is Maya Knox. Dug out there by Tylee Johnson. Royce brings it across for Stanley. Short set. Kept alive by the Blue Jays. Now here's a traditional set, and it's going to be Maya Knox driving it home for the point for Ray, 18-16. Off the nets, the Blue Jays keep it alive. Larson there, and Larson again from that left corner. And it's a timeout on the floor as the Ray Jays with the point to take a 3-point lead to the huddle. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout. You're watching Game Day Media.
Welcome to Stanley. Our local businesses have the home field advantage, a community where tradition meets progress. Discover the charm of our past and the promise of our future, a winning combination. Support local, shop local, and be a part of something special. Take the home field advantage at visitstanley.org and follow us on Facebook. Be sure to like, subscribe, and share.
Tioga has a lot to experience, from food to fun food. There's so much to take in. Brush up on your history, grab dinner and drinks, then catch the latest movie in a historic theater. With many great places to stay, Tioga makes for a fun and easy getaway. Come experience Tioga and see why those that live here love it here.
As we bring it back here, that last point goes to the Stanley Blue Jays. Out of that Nesset timeout. Nesset in Tioga, North Dakota. Talk to them about their custom business packages. Now hiring. Visit NessetConsulting.com. 19-17. As the Blue Jays going backwards, they can't get the ball out of the stands. And it is 22-17. 2017 as the Ray Jays take a 3-point lead here. Maya Knox at the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. Ray Jays playing to keep this match alive. And there is a mishit and a miscommunication by Stanley, and it's 21-17. The Ray Jays went down to Minot the other night and were down 2-0 to our Redeemers over there in Minot, and ended up winning 3-2. That ball's out of bounds, and it's a 5-point lead. So they know how to come back from a 2-set deficit. They're on the verge of claiming set number 3 here, as they only need 3 points. Playing ping pong as there is a point. Take a look at that play, 23-17. Just bounced around like a ping pong ball, and Knox had just enough on it to get the point for the Ray Jays. 23-17. Winger brings it across for Stanley. Larson goes back to the corner. Gemtrude catches up with it as the Ray Jays go to set point, only needing one to cut this deficit to 2-1. And Maya Knox at the service line to try to get it. Big serve by Maya Knox. Brought across by Stanley. As there's the ball pounded. As we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. Brooklyn Edwards with the final point to put the Stanley Blue Jays' first win in this best-of-5 match, 25-17. As we head back to our Tioga Medical Center sports desk, we're watching Game Day Media.
Kyle Hansen is proud to be a Thrivent financial professional, providing personalized financial guidance to people of all stages of life. Thrivent believes humanity thrives when individuals make the most of what they've been given, and Kyle is here to help you do just that. Larson Boston Agency, your Farmers Union insurance agents located at 106 Main Street North in Crosby, North Dakota, offer multiple lines of insurance, including crop, farm and ranch, home, auto, commercial, and health insurance. Give Chell or Robbie a call today at 701-965-6335.
Game 1 powers your team, business, and community with athletic apparel, uniforms, company gear, and event apparel. Featuring screen printing, embroidery, and the brands you trust. Game 1, the brand behind your brand. Based in Williston, North Dakota, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated is a veteran-owned and managed company. Busy Bees services include water hauling, hot oil services, cap string flushes, and much more. Busy Bees will approach any job, no matter how large or small, with 100% safety and commitment. We pride ourselves on giving back to the community that has given so much to us. Looking for the perfect career? Consider Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated. Find them at busybeeshotoilinc.com or give them a call at 701-572-9303 today. Growing family? The City of Ray has shovel-ready lots available, 12,000 to 20,000 square feet. The lots are free of any special assessments. Right on Highway 2, we offer convenient travel and connections, as well as access to our amazing education system. Your family's future is important to us. Let us help you with that first big step. Contact Rhonda at 701-568-2204 or stop by City Hall at 101 Main Street in Ray. Think of Ray when planning your future. Invest in a community that invests in you.
As we take a look at our Bank of Tioga set recap, the Blue Jays lost set number 3, 25-17 to the Ray Jays, as this match now is 2-1 with Stanley leading. The Bank of Tioga, your halftime and set sponsor, with 2 convenient locations in Crosby and Tioga. Do more with your money at the Bank of Tioga, as we're underway in set number 4 with our Northwest Therapy Services opening serve of set number 4 going to the Ray Jays. Abby Olson at the Service Valley Dental Group service line. Royce. No, that's Copeland. Tylee Copeland. Royce bumps it across from the middle row. Here's a dig set by Tylee. Now over to by Gemtrude. Brindley with the free ball. On the outside, here's Gemtrude pounding it home for the first point of the set for the Stanley Blue Jays, as we take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay. Goes off the arms of the Ray J defender for the first point. And we're all tied up here in set number 4 at 1 apiece. And it's going to be Chloe Gemtrude at the Service Valley Dental Group charity stripe. Yeah, we really want to thank our premium sponsors, NCC and RTC Networks, helping Game Day Media immensely, providing coverage here as our premium sponsors. They go beyond and above what I would say we're just so appreciative of RTC Networks and NCC. 2-1 now. Ray Jays leading by 1 as Royce brings it across. Now free ball is too deep and it's 3-1, and the Ray Jays have definitely taken the momentum back here in this set. Even though they trailed 2-1, it was all Ray in that set number 3, and start things out here in the 4th set. They're up by 2, 3-1. So they're starting to hit the ball harder, Ray is. And whenever you do that, things seem to go better for a team, in my estimation. Look at that, almost got it across. 4-1. Just not enough on it by Jones on the 3rd hit. As Caden Sargent continues to serve, the southpaw goes to the right side of the floor as I look at her. Copeland brings it across from the back row. Maya Knox with the big swing, and that is a tip off the fingertips of Stanley. And that's another point for the Ray Jays. Over in Kenmare tonight, the Honkers taking down the Mohall Lansford Sherwood Mavericks, I believe it is, 3-0. So they continue their winning ways over there. The defending Region 8 champions, as that ball is hit hard by the Ray Jays, and it's a 5-point lead to start set number 4 for Ray, as Caden Sargent continuing to serve. Gemtrude brings it across. Royce goes back row with the hit, as Knox tried to dunk it, but that point goes to Ray. Brenda Winger will check in for McKenna Jones for the Ray Jays, as Ava Long checks in for the Ray Jays, replacing Sargent. Set over to Avery Larson, and Stanley unable to get it across. 7-2. More substitutions coming in for the both teams. 7-2. As Brindley Kincaid goes back to serve. There's a hit, and the ball blocked by Healy, but it is on the Ray side, so 7-3. 7-3 as Tylee Copeland, a freshman for the Blue Jays. Maya Knox with the swing, and the ball is last touched out of bounds by Stanley. 8-3 now, the Ray Jays with the lead. As Divide County takes set number 4 over in Tioga, 25-23 to close out the Pirates, 3-1. Copeland with the final hit for Stanley, and a point on the board for Stanley. 8-4 now, as the Pirates fall to the Divide County Maroons, 3-1 in Tioga. Brooklyn Edwards with the big swing for Ray. Both of these teams hitting the ball hard. It's good to see. Winger with a little doink, brings it across. Winger just about run out of real estate there, but has just enough on it to get it across, and it's a point for Stanley. 8-5 now. The Blue Jays with the serve, trailing by 3. Over in Velvet tonight, the Aggies taking down Powers Lake Brook Central 3-0. So we look at that North Dakota score feed app. That last hit by Healy is too deep, and the Blue Jays with another point on the board. They trail by 2, 8-6. From the back row, big swing by Brinley Kincaid is too deep. And it's another point for Stanley, 8-7, as the Blue Jays climbing back. Brought across here by the Jays. Copeland sets Nematello up. Pushed across there by Larson for the Jays. Set on the outside. Goes to Gemtrude. She brings it across with the left arm swing. And off the arms of Jones. And it's a point on the board for Ray Jays. 9-7 now. As Caden Sargent will check in for Ava Long for head coach Angie Kincaid and the Ray Jays. And Larson takes a 2-point lead to the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. There is a carry is what it's called. And it's 10-7 on your NCC scoreboard. The Ray Jays with a 3-point lead as Larson continues to serve for Ray. And there is a point. Last touch by the Stanley Blue Jays. Hits the floor on Stanley's side. And it's a 4-point lead for Ray, 11-7. Ray Jays not going away. Pushed across there is kept alive by the Ray Jays as kind of a miss hit by Brenna Winger, and it's 12-7. 12-7, your NCC scoreboard. The Ray Jays with the lead. As that point goes to Ray, the Blue Jays called underneath the net. And we have a timeout on the floor. We're going to take one as well. Your NCC score, it's the Ray Jays 13, the Stanley Blue Jays 7. You're watching Game Day Media.
At Tioga Ace Hardware, our store is a member of the largest retailer-owned hardware cooperative in the industry. We are all committed to being the helpful place by offering our customers knowledgeable advice, helpful service, and quality products. As the helpful hardware folks in your community, we promise that helping you is the most important thing we have to do today. Shop the biggest brands all under one roof at 119 North Main Street in Tioga, or shop online at acehardware.com.
Tioga Pirates Booster Club, another sponsor here on Game Day Media. Supporting the Tioga Pirates, Williams County Firestorm, and the Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club supporting the Ray Powers Lake Outlaws and the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers, both supporters of Game Day Media. We thank them for their support. Ray with a 6-point lead. Winger brings it across. Jays barely get it across. And now it's going to be Nematello putting it down, breaking the scoring streak for the Ray Jays as the Stanley Blue Jays cut the Jays lead to 5 at 13-8. We'll have our DNL Paraffin postgame show, a local family-owned hot oil company that's been in operation since 1981, excuse me. We'll do that at the conclusion of our match here tonight. Both of these teams lunging for the ball, keeping it alive. Good hustle by both teams here tonight. Hard volleyball being played as we take another look at that. RTC Network's instant replay. Brooklyn Edwards finding the final point for the Ray Jays, and they take a 14-8 lead as Ray goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. It's Aletta Nelson. Aletta Nelson, a senior, wearing number 15 tonight. Pushed across there by Tylee Nematello. Brinley Kincaid tries to go to the corner, but there is no tip indication, and that ball was hit out of bounds by Brinley Kincaid, but that point will go to the Stanley Blue Jays as Tylee Johnson will check in. Goes to the service line. As Nelson can't catch up with it. And it's another point on the board for Stanley. 14-10. Again, if you're just joining us, Divide County taking down the Tioga Pirates tonight over in Tioga. 3-1 on another live stream broadcast. David Peterson with the call over there. But some Maroons with a nice District 5 win over in Tioga tonight. Glad you've joined us here on Game Day Media from Curt, Hodenfield, Court, and Ray. My name's Randy Peterson. As we have Ray and Stanley doing battle here tonight. As the Ray Jays keep it alive, Nelson unable to keep it in play. Great effort, though, by both teams as the lead's now 3. Stanley climbing their way back into this set number 4. Stanley leading 2-1. Kept alive there by Stanley. Now up front, Gemtrude brings it across. On the outside, there's Brindley. Kincaid with a kill point looking at our RTC Network's instant replay. Kincaid pounds it home for another point for the Ray Jays. Edwards goes back to serve now. The sophomore puts it in play. And there is a block point by Maya Knox. 16-11 now. The Ray Jays leading by a normal handful. Brooklyn Edwards continues to serve forward to the Jays. The knuckleball comes across. Pushed across there by Johnson. Nelson punches it across. Jones catches up with it. Copeland. Now it's Sargent. And Sargent, as the ball is tipped at the net, this time they catch the fingertips of the Blue Jays. And the point goes to Stanley. Excuse me, check that to Ray. 17-11. Short serve. As that point goes. And a great serve by Brooklyn Edwards from the Souris Valley Dental Group free throw, or not free throw line, service line. Dr. Jarek Henson, Kevin Broderson, and Grant Neal. Visit SourisValleyDental.com to schedule your next appointment over there in Minot at Souris Valley Dental Group. 18-11. The Jays lead as Maya Knox with a huge swing and kill for the Ray Jays. We take a look at that RTC Network's instant replay again. Knox just pounding that ball home for another Ray Jay point. Brooklyn racking up points here from the service line as this time the ball goes deep and it's 20-11. The Ray Jays with their biggest lead of set number 4. Just a sub the way it looks to me. I think the Ray Jays thought there was going to be a timeout, but no. They're trying to will the Blue Jays into taking the timeout, but they're not going to do it. So Edwards goes with the serve, and this time it's too strong. And it's 20-11. Now we have another substitution for Stanley as one Gemtrude comes in for another Gemtrude. This time it's Chloe Gemtrude, the freshman, going back to serve. Kincaid runs down the second hit. Knox brings it across. Short serve as Knox splits the defense. That's a point for Ray Jays because the Blue Jays were called in the net. (21-12) according to your NCC scoreboard here in Ray, North Dakota at Curt Hodenfield Court. And there's another miscue by the Blue Jays, and they're all out of sync right now here in set number 4. It's 22-12. The Ray Jays needing 3 to tie this best-of-5 matchup. Blocked at the net. There's a block point by Maya Knox. 23-12. At RTC Networks Instant Replay, catching all that. Aaron Griffin, our cameraman here tonight, getting all that action in tonight. 23-13 as that miss hit from the service line gives the ball back over to Stanley. Royce just clips the net, has enough on it to get it across, but there is Larson again with the 24th point for the Ray Jays, and it's set point for Ray as more substitutions coming in for Stanley as Brindley Kincaid will serve for the set. Brought across, that's an ace. As we take a look at that RTC Networks Instant Replay, Kincaid again with the ace to close out set number 4, 25-13. We'll send it back to our studios, to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk. We will come back with the 5th and final deciding set after this timeout. You're watching Game Day Media.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by
At DA Land LLC, our vision is to provide for the community in which we live and operate, providing a full line of skid steer attachments, farm and ranch, equine equipment, and much more. Shop our store in Tioga, North Dakota, or visit us online at daland-llc.com.
Otheon Boutique carries a wide variety of women's clothing as well as permanent jewelry. Shop in downtown Tioga or visit their website at shopotheon.com. Lindsay Grocery is proud to be your locally owned and operated hometown store in Crosby, North Dakota. From fresh baked goods and crisp produce to our in-house smoked meats, we've got everything you need close to home. Stop in and experience the convenience and the friendly faces of shopping local again. We are open 7 days a week, and we look forward to serving you. That's Lindsay Grocery. Find us on Facebook for specials and updates.
Skin by Legacy Tioga opened doors February 2024. Skin by Legacy is a branch of the Minot location Legacy Health Clinic. Our goal is to bring big city conveniences to the rural and surrounding communities. We offer a number of aesthetic services and more. Skin by Legacy Tioga is open Tuesdays and Thursdays. You can find our link to book by Googling Skin by Legacy, by Facebook or Instagram, where you could book at either location. A healthier you starts here. Now accepting new patients.
As we take a look at that last point of set number 4, the ace by Brindley Kincaid ties this best-of-5 matchup at 2 sets apiece, as the Stanley Blue Jays are still in the huddle, trying to regroup after taking the first 2 sets 25-20. On our Bank of Tioga set match recap, they took set number 2 25-17. Ray Jays stormed back with a 25-17 win of their own in set number 3, and now closed out the Blue Jays 25-13 in set number 4 as we go to a 5th and final set to determine the winner of this Division A versus Division B matchup here tonight. You can find us on Facebook at Game Day Media. You can like our page and catch up with all the news on Game Day Media. Copeland goes along the line, and the first kill, and the point goes to the Ray Jays on that kill by Maya Knox from the middle row, putting it just inside the line. You can find us on YouTube at Game Day Media ND. You can subscribe to our channel at no cost. We'd appreciate it if you'd give us a thumbs up and a like. We'd appreciate that. Our clients would appreciate that. Our athletes would appreciate that. And it's no cost to subscribe to our channel. Just enable all those notifications so you can get all of the action here on Game Day Media. Knox, a diving Johnson keeps it alive again. Boy, good rally here between these two teams. Brindley Kincaid with the final touch point as the Ray Jays take point number 2. Blocked at the net by Maya Knox again. Take a look at RTC Network's instant replay. Maya Knox starting to turn it up here for the Ray Jays. Jays lead 3-0 as Olsen continues to serve. There's not enough there on the third hit, and it's 4-0 as the Ray Jays huddle up. And we need to get the ball back. They're down 4-0. Back row, Abby Olsen. Ray Jays catch up with it. Brought across there by Larson, and that one goes just wide. And that's the first point for Stanley here in this fifth and final deciding set. As number 6, Chloe Gemtrude, the freshman for Stanley, back at the Service Valley Dental Group service line. Sargent blocked at the net, kept alive. Blue Jays doing a great job as Copeland goes over with it. Dug out there by the Jays, brought across by Sargent. Off the net, clips the net, brought across there, almost across by Abby Olsen, and it's 4-2. Four to 2 now. The visitors, Stanley Blue Jays, trailing by 2 in this fifth and deciding set. They played a 15, got a win by 2. Blocked at the net. There is Copeland and Royce with the block point, and it's 4-3. Big hit by Danny Hermanson, Danica. And now we're all tied up at 4-4 now. As Gemtrude continues to serve. First 4 points of this set was scored by the Ray Jays. And there is another short little hit by Maya Knox. Just enough to give the Jays a 1-point lead, 5-4. That serve is out of bounds by Caden Sargent. Good decision there by the Stanley Blue Jays. And we're all tied up at 5 as Ava Long will check in for Caden Sargent for head coach Angie Kincaid and the Ray Jays. It'll be Annie Royce going back to the Service Valley Dental Group service line as Brenna Winger checks in for McKenna Jones. Push across by Larson. Now here's a set, short set. Winger gets it across, and that ball is out of bounds. Last touch by the Ray Jays. And it is 6-5. The Blue Jays lead by 1. There's a miss hit. And now it's 7-5. The Ray Jays stormed out to a 4-0 lead in the fifth set here. But they've only scored 1 point since then as the Blue Jays now lead 7-5. And there is another miss hit by the Ray Jays. And we have a timeout on the floor. We're going to take one as well. Momentum shift to the Blue Jays. It's 8-5. We're watching Game Day Media. We'll be back after this.
Play your cards right and shop the savings and selection at Prairie Home Furnishings in Stanley. Browse a wide selection of furnishings for every room in your home. The latest styles and trends and comfortable quality furniture. And it's all at reasonable prices. Plus, they have a great selection of flooring and bedding as well. High quality and reasonable prices make Prairie Home Furnishings the place to make your house a home.
Make sure to shop at Prairie Home Furnishings. We deliver everything your home deserves.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by...
Established in 1938, Ray Farmers Union Elevator is now your full-service grain.
As we bring it back here, Annie Royce goes back to the service line. Knox driving that ball home and pounding it for a point. 8-6 now. The Ray Jays climb within 2 as Brindley Kincaid goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. They need 2 to tie it up. They're down by 2, 8-6 on your NCC scoreboard. Brindley Kincaid with the serve, comes across, dug out there by Jones. Hermanson with a strong hit. And now Avery Larson unable to get it across, and that's another point for the Blue Jays. It's 9-6 now as Taya Niematello will check in for Tylee Johnson. And it's Tylee Copeland serving. Brindley Kincaid. Taya Niematello goes back. Blocked at the net by Niematello. Jones passes the ball to the front. The set to Hermanson. Ray Jays now can pound it. There's Maya Knox. And Maya with a point on the board for the Ray Jays as we take another look at that one. 9-7 on your RTC Networks instant replay. Knox playing a well of a front row here tonight. Jump serve, and she serves it into the net. And the Blue Jays need 5 more. 10-7 as Carly Gemtrude will check in for Chloe Gemtrude as Danica Hermanson serves for the Blue Jays, leading by 3. Set by Copeland. Strong hit there. Kincaid pushed across by Abby Olson. As Winger called in the net for the Blue Jays. Ray Jays with the point. Still trail by 2, 10-8. As Caden Sargent will check back in for Ava Long. As Avery Larson goes back to serve for the Ray Jays. Emma Jones goes back, sent to the front row on the Ray side. Now just doinked it across. That's Caden Sargent finding that opening with a little touch point. 10-9 now as the lead by Stanley has dwindled to 1. This has been a good match. It's been fun to be here at Curt Hodenfield Court and Ray here on Game Day Media. Glad you've joined us. Brooklyn Edwards passes it back to Ray Jays and now brought across by Jones. Reset for the Ray Jays. Back set to Sargent. She pushes it to the corner. Jones picks it up front. It's going to be Gemtrude bringing it across. Brooklyn Edwards tries to swat it home. There's the Jays digging it out. That's Copeland. Good rally here. Up front is Sargent pounding it home for another point for the Ray Jays. We take another look at that one. Sargent with the left-handed swat, and we're all tied up at 10. Got to win by 2. First one to 15 to win by 2 will claim the match. In this non-conference matchup between the Ray Jays and the Blue Jays, the battle of the birds, as Angie Kincaid said. And there is a hit as the ball is out of bounds, last touched by Ray. And so the Blue Jays with the point, 11-10. Brenna Winger goes back to the Souris Valley Dental Group service line. Back to the corner. Winger. Now back row set. Sargent tries to catch that little opening again. Gemtrude now brings it across for Blue Jays. Up front. The ball goes out of bounds. Good decision by Taya Niematello, letting that ball go out of bounds. 12-10. The Blue Jays needing 3. They're up by 2. Brenna Winger serves for the Blue Jays. Nice hard serve goes in. Sargent goes to the corner. Good decision as Winger unable to catch up with it. 12-11. Winger comes out of the game as Jones comes back in, and Letta Nelson checks in for the Ray Jays. She'll go to the Souris Valley Downland Group service line. To the corner, the hit's too hard by number 5, Carly Gemtrude. And just like that, we are all tied up 12-12. Things exciting here in the Ray Jays. Curt Hodenfield court, Nelson serves. Jones brings it across. Nelson with the back set to Sargent. And Sargent, as the Blue Jays are called in the net. Ray needs 2 now. 13-12 as Aletta Nelson continues to serve for Ray. Nelson, the senior for the Ray Jays, doing a fine job from the line, and that one is just outside the line. 13-13. Substitution as Tylee Johnson will check in for Taya Nematello. Tylee, the senior, puts the ball in play. Ball sent to the net. Nelson brings it across. Up front, here's Royce pounding the ball. Brought across, both of these teams hustling as Abby Olson keeps that ball alive for the Jays. Avery Larson brings it across, now brought across by Tylee. Tylee Johnson's going to set up the outside. Gemtrude. Larson dives for it and keeps it alive to the corner. Now back onto the Stanley side. Hermanson. As Sargent with the big swing goes out of bounds. Set and match point for the Stanley Blue Jays. Blue Jays need 1. No room for error for Ray. Brought across. Here's Stanley. Can they set up the winning kill? They go to the corner, and that one is out. (14-14). (14-14) as Abby Olson goes to the service line. As Angie Kincaid wanting to make sure she's got the players in the right position. As Abby Olson now serves for Ray. On the outside, Royce. No, it's Copeland. As the ball is tipped, and it is 15-14. Another match point for the Ray Jays. Substitution as that is number 6, Chloe Gemtrude coming in. Knox goes over, and there it is. Your final point. So we take look at that final point. The Stanley Blue Jays win 16-14, and they claim a 3-2 match win here tonight in Ray. Wow, what a great match here. I hope you've enjoyed it. We're going to head down to the floor, see if we can catch up with our winning head coach and our Brad Johnson Insurance players of the game. It's going to be a tough one. Who do we pick? You'll find out. Stay with us. We'll come back after this timeout.
Nesset is here to provide services to the oil and gas industry. We have a fabulous, fabulous geologic jackpot right here in North Dakota. And what we are doing is providing and developing this resource to be used for years, decades, and generations to come. I look forward to a great future right here in Tioga, North Dakota.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by
Established in 1938, Ray Farmers Union Elevator is now your full-service grain and agronomy service facility in northwest North Dakota. Based in Ray, North Dakota, we can assist you with everything from buying the seed in the spring to burn down in the fall. Get more done in a day with Ray Farmers Union Elevator.
Our paths are rarely clear-cut. You may step out of bounds, or even out on your own. No matter what it looks like, your path is personal, and that's what makes it powerful. Provera Bank, Insurance and Wealth.
D&L Paraffin Incorporated is a local family-owned hot oil company that has been in operation since 1981. We work hard to develop good business relationships with the oilfield companies in the Tioga area. While offering services north of Lake Sakakawea, we focus on integrity, hard work, and safety. For all hot oil services, call dispatch at 701-641-3065 or 701-641-6310. And for hiring information, be sure to follow us on Facebook at DL Paraffin.
Hey, and as we come back to our DNL Paraffin postgame show, wow, that was a good match, Nikki. You jumped out early, 2-0. Ray kind of swung the momentum back to them, and then it was a gritty 5-set match. That last one going 16-14. What do you want to say about your girls?
I'm actually really proud of how they came back from, it was, sets 1 and 2 looked good, and I told them, it's always easy when things look good, and it was kind of when things set back a little bit there that we, things got tough, but they battled through it, and I am proud of them for that. So,
I've seen a lot of Blue Jay volleyball in the past. This is a nice team that you've got here. They really work hard. They don't let a lot of balls hit the floor. It's a feather in your hat as a coach and your coaching staff to get these girls to play up to their ability. But you've got a nicer team here.
Well, thank you. They sure do work hard. They come into practice every day and they're working hard. So.
Well, thanks for the time. Congratulations, Coach, on our Lindsay Grocery coach's comments. We'll step aside. When we come back, it'll be time to talk to our Brad Johnson Insurance Players of the Game after this timeout.
Founded in 2019, Northwest Therapy Services, located in Ray and Williston, North Dakota, provides speech therapy in our clinics as well as partnering with local schools and nursing facilities to provide on-site therapeutic services. Our therapists offer language therapy as well as therapy for social, cognitive, communication, swallowing, feeding, and voice disorders. We are dedicated to providing the highest level of quality services. To schedule an appointment, visit NW Therapy.
We're ready. Hey, and as we bring it back here and conclude with our DNL Paraffin postgame show, it's time for our Brad Johnson Insurance Player of the Game. And I had trouble figuring out who was going to be, so I took 2 of them here tonight from the Stanley Blue Jays, Annie Royce and Brenna Winger. And they both played very hard, and you could have probably given it to anybody on your team. You guys really played well as a team tonight, Brenna.
Yeah, I think we've been working so hard, and this is just showing our hard work, and we're not giving up. We have lows, but we're not giving up. So that's just a credit to our team and our coaches.
And one of the things I said to your coach in her interview is that you guys don't let a lot of balls hit the floor without somebody going after it, and that's a sign of being well coached and a lot of drive in the hearts of your girls, right, Annie?
Yeah, it's been really good. Our back row does a lot for us. I mean, they're hustling on everything. I give them the credit for that.
You're a fairly young team, too. I mean, you're a junior, right? And you're a senior this year. You're a junior, too. Okay. I don't want to make you older than you are, but, you guys play with a lot of heart tonight, and your teammates did a great job for you setting up the bigs in the front row. But what can you say about your back row players?
What can I say? I mean, they have the hardest jobs, I think, but they keep working hard even when we hit the rough patches, and they always get themselves out of it somehow.
They are so phenomenal. I don't know how they do it. You saw me try. I don't know how they do it.
They put the time in.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, thanks for the time, Coach. Thanks for the time, girls. These are our Brad Johnson Insurance players of the game. 2 juniors, Brenna Winger, Annie Royce, here on our Game Day Media. Back after this time, we'll finish up with our DNL Paraffin postgame show as we come back and go back to the Tioga Medical Center Sports Desk.
Located in Powers Lake, North Dakota, the Country Store has what you need. From hardware to everyday essentials, including FR clothing, power tools, and even embroidery and screen printing. You can find most everything at the Country Store. There's always a friendly face willing to help you find what you need at the Country Store. Jared and Brenda invite you to visit them on Main Street in Powers Lake. The Country Store has been in business for almost 50 years. If they don't have it, you probably don't need it. Give us a call at 701-464-5434 today.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you in part by Tegan's Interiors, located on Main Street in Crosby, North Dakota. Follow them on Facebook or find them online at tegansinteriors.com.
Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, family owned and operated since 1986. Offering septic service, portable restrooms and hand wash, sewer jet and camera services. Located in Stanley, North Dakota, call for a free quote at 701-628-2960.
Bourgault is a premier implement manufacturer, and Green Ag, a division of Farmers Union Oil Company of Kenmare, is a premier Bourgault dealer, receiving top dealer by territory and top service by territory the last several years. Sean Rapp, recognized as top salesman by territory the last 3 years. It's the result of a dedicated staff working hard to ensure customers receive the finest in Bourgault drill sales, parts, and service. Green Ag, a division of Farmers Union Oil Company in Kenmare, located in Mohall.
This Game Day Media broadcast is brought to you by Brandy Larson Insurance of Stanley offers home, auto, business, and farm insurance. For a quote, call 701-628-1414. Your local Farmers Union Insurance agent. Located in Tioga, North Dakota, Wham LLC and Dry Fork Supply are companies that specialize in gas flow measurement and equipment, along with a fully stocked oil field parts and supply warehouse in the Bakken. Give them a call at 701-664-9425 or stop by today.
Hey, and as we bring it up, our next action here on Game Day Media will be this coming Thursday, September 11th, when we head over to the barn in Powers Lake, North Dakota. It'll be the Divide County Maroons taking on the Powers Lake Burke Central Ranchers over at the barn in Powers Lake. We'll go on the air around the 6:30 mark with our pregame show. Our Northwest Therapy Services opening serve will be around the 7 o'clock mark, or whenever the junior varsity game gets completed and over with. But what a match we've had here tonight as we look at our DNL Paraffin postgame show. DNL Paraffin, a locally owned hot oil company that has been in operation since 1981, the sponsors of our DNL Paraffin postgame show. Stanley Blue Jays got out to a quick 2-0 lead, 25-20, 25-17 in set 1 and 2. The Ray Jays coming back, winning set number 3 and 4, 25-17, 25-13, and in the fifth and deciding set, it went extra innings as the Stanley Blue Jays won 16-14 to claim a 3-2 victory here tonight at Curt Hodenfield Court in Ray, North Dakota. Again, we've got a busy schedule in front of us. Thursday we have volleyball. Friday, 3 chances to watch football as we're going to be having the Tioga Pirates playing the Stanley Blue Jays over in Stanley at Linny Ingot Field. Over at the Minot State University Field, it'll be the Ray Powers Lake Outlaws taking on the Bishop Ryan Lions. And down at Fred Fridley Field in Watford City, Titus Stenberg will have the call between the Williston Coyotes and the Watford City Wolves in 11 AA football. On behalf of my broadcast crew here tonight, James Myers running our board ops tonight, Aaron Griffin running your camera tonight, giving you all the views here tonight from Curt Hodenfield Court. My name's Randy Peterson. Until Thursday night, have a great evening, everybody. See you on Thursday.
Tonight's Game Day Media broadcast was brought to you by NCC, Tioga Medical Center, The Country Store, St. Luke's Medical Center, both the own boutique, Souris Valley Dental Group of Minot, Hougland Insurance Services, D&L Paraffin, Brad Johnson Insurance, Bravera Bank, Continental Resources, Northwest Therapy Services, Nesset, Tioga Ace Hardware, DA Land LLC, Border Plains Equipment of Stanley, the Bank of Tioga, Tioga Parts Supply, Tegan's Interiors, Tioga Drug and Soda Shop, Prairie Home Furnishings, Farmers Union Insurance, Larson Vossen Agency, Montreal County Health Center, Brandy Larson Insurance Agency, Kyle Hansen, Financial Advisor, Wham LLC and Dry Fork Supply, the City of Ray, Lindsay Grocery, Montreal Williams Electric Cooperative, Burke Divide Electric Cooperative, Powers Lake Athletic Booster Club, Faith Baptist Church of Kenmare, Ray Farmers Union Elevator, Gustafson Septic Service Incorporated, Tioga Pirates Booster Club, The Depot LLC, TNT Measurements Incorporated, Patriot Oilfield Service Incorporated, Liberty State Bank of Powers Lake, Busy Bees Hot Oil Incorporated, Skin by Legacy, The Food Barn, Western Education Regional Co-op, North Shore Plaza PTO, Divide County Quarterback Club, Farmers Union Oil Company of Kenmare, Red Rock Chevrolet and GMC of Williston, Investment Center Advisor Group, LPL Financial, Stanley Commercial Club, Modern Dental, Tioga EDC and Chamber of Commerce, Game 1, RTC Networks, Flag Family Media.